All right, let's watch the death battle, bro. What is it? It's Skyrim versus Dark Souls. Zeno, you're gonna love this one. I know you're gonna love this one. I don't know too much about Skyrim, so but you know.
Blackcrosses, 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 crosses, Blackcrosses, team nauseous, team nauseous.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon Yates. That's right, our Brandon Yates.
This should be interesting. Volume up. There you go.
The Chosen Undead, the accursed god killer from Dark Souls.
The last Dragonborn, the
He's fan-scaling.
dragon-slaying savior of Skyrim.
Resigned to captivity, these two demi-human heroes embraced their destinies and stared down the very gods themselves.
And devoured their friggin' souls!
Because these two lack specific canon arsenals and movesets due to being role-playing protagonists, for this death battle we're giving them everything they have and maxing out all of their stats.
Which is totally possible in-game if you're
Wait, Zeno. Quick question: Is Skyrim Is Skyrim a hard game? Like, is it kind of like on some like soul shit too, or is it just like, you know, it's just like its own thing? Hell no. Okay. It's easiest for. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. It's a chill game. Okay. This is the weakest Dark Souls character. Really?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I bet.
Our story begins at the end. The great cities of old have collapsed. The heroes are dead or mad, and the golden age is over. Looking out upon their decaying kingdom, everyone would like nothing more than to lay down and die.
Too bad for them. That's the one thing they couldn't do.
The world has been gripped by the undead curse, turning anyone with a mysterious dark sign into mindless, violent hollows upon repeated soul-crushing deaths.
But there is a prophecy of a chosen undead who will journey to Lordran, the home of the gods, and save the world.
This is lucky on spoil shit for me, but I don't really care. This is like the first Dark Souls. I mean, probably wasn't gonna end up playing it regardless, but it is what it is. Let's see. Furtive, pygmy, descendant, ageless, height, weight, gender variable, person of the Northern Asylum. Sorry. Merge into the Soul Cinder, likes Tarkus, Siegmeyer, Priscilla, dislikes patches, basilisks, easy mode. Easy mode, bro.
And a giant raven before one unlikely hero was ready to claw their way through their progenitor's forgotten homeland.
And it helps that as long as they can keep their sense of purpose, an undead will always resurrect at the nearest bonfire. Now they might.
There's a comic. Wait, there's a comic for Dark Souls.
Personality and their sanity, but the curse gives them as much time as they need to get
Say
good.
what?
Undead are unnaturally resilient, able to survive being impaled through the chest. They've been chewed, eaten, and digested by what I...
Let's see, abilities: resurrection, immortality, soul absorption, superhuman survivability, miracles, sorceries, pyromancies, time and dimensional travel, resistance to poison, curse, acid, holy, magic. Really?
I can only describe as a toilet demon. And they can have their souls torn from their very body, because undead humans don't need their souls to survive.
Just pop some of that spicy Sunny D and they're good to go. If anything, it seems like they get off to it.
Hey,
Souls,
yo.
They can absorb the souls of their fallen enemies to increase their power.
They're a master with swords, hammers, spears, axes, bows, you name it. And that's without any formal training. With the right stats and setup, they can be anything from a cartwheeling assassin to a dragon-smashing tank.
To the giantest of dads. And despite the serious gothic themes of the series, these weapons can get anime as hell. Smo's Great Hammer is a ginormous...
Let's see. Boss soul weapons, shields, Estus flask, humanity, dark sign, green blossom, dragon head and torso stone, silver pendant and rings.
mallet the size of a sedan.
Pretty
Based on
straightforward.
its size and likely bronze composition, it'd have to weigh over 100 tons. A lot like Goff's great bow, which can shoot pillar-sized arrows and one-shot dragons out of the sky.
Or my favorite, the Moonlight Greatsword, produced from the ass of the albino dragon and founder of sorcery, Seath the Scaleless. This baby's a universe-hopping anomaly that can fire powerful sword beams and just looks so cool!
The chosen undead has learned magic from the greatest practitioners in the world. They can create shockwaves, form defensive barriers, reflect damage, throw balls of flame, control minds, fire magical crystal spears, turn invisible, and toss bolts of sunlight strong enough to peel the stone scales off of mortal dragons.
So their pool of magic is pretty limited.
Zeno,
So if it comes down to
is the first Dark Souls the easiest Dark Souls? Or wait, or is this even from the first Dark Souls? Which Dark Souls is this one from? Or this? It is? Interesting. That's one of the easiest. Let's see. Damn it, the damage, from what I see, the damage looks kind of insane. But maybe because that's probably because they just have boss weapons and shit. Cause I see like one hit and that damage is insane. So Dark Souls 1 the easiest, Dark Souls 2 harder, Dark Souls 3 the hardest. Demon Souls the easiest? Really? Zeno, do you agree with that? It was magic. Wrath of the Gods, Great Magic Barrier, Bountiful Sunlight, Homing Crystal, Soul Mask, White Dragon Breath, Dark Orb, Chaos Storm, Iron Flesh, Power Within and more. Demon Souls is the easiest of all the games FromSoft made. Demon Souls isn't a Dark Souls game, though. Good point.
They can shut off all magic in the vicinity with the miracle Vow of Silence,
preventing anyone from speaking any spells aloud, including themselves. With this incredible arsenal and judicious attention paid to the stamina bar, the chosen undead was rolling their way to victory.
A roll so powerful it bends the laws of space and warps them through attacks like they weren't even there. Though sometimes it doesn't work and it's bullshit.
That's just a game mechanic, but great to use when you're panicking.
They've defeated Nido, the god of death, the bed of chaos, the mother of all demon kind, and Calamite, the strongest surviving ancient dragon.
That was when the chosen undead was dragged back in time to face the fallen knight Artorias, the greatest warrior in history. And not only defeat him, but accomplish the greatest feat attributed to Artorias' legend, the destruction of Manus, the father of the abyss that threatened to consume the world.
Dark Souls 3, the abyss has begun to consume the sun in the untamed graves, but the flame has fully gone out. The skies completely back. No such.
Even beaten other chosen undead from alternate worlds, like the best buddy in all gaming, Solaire. Praise the sun, bro. And soon.
Who's fighting? Let's get kids. Chosen undead from Dark Souls and what was it? The Dragonborn from Skyrim.
Totally makes sense. Wiz can explain it.
Don't look at me. Dark Souls lore is as notoriously convoluted as the flow of its time stream, which is why we have a true expert in the realms of nerdom to explain it for us. Oh, Jocelyn.
You wouldn't believe how many item descriptions, forum posts, and moody 2013 lore videos I had to watch through for this. It's story time, kids. In the beginning, the world was unformed and static. Then suddenly, the first flame burst to life. And with it, the concepts of heat and cold, life and death, energy and time, light and dark.
Sounds like a mythological Big Bang.
The gods were granted immensely powerful souls from the first flame, but their greatest fear was the soul possessed collectively by the race known as humanity, the Dark Soul.
I never gave Skyrim a chance.
Feared humanity's immortality
when they came when it first dropped, so I just didn't really understand too much.
But as humanity reproduced, the Dark Soul collectively grew,
probably
and
get
the
a
first
chance
flame
in the future.
waned. Turns out humans were naturally undying, or according to the gods' propaganda, undead.
Gasp! It's all a conspiracy. The undead curse was a lie!
Linking the fire means using your very soul as fuel to keep the first flame burning. If an undead champion believes
Dark Souls
their
winning?
immortality is a curse, they'll do anything to prevent it, including burning fragments of the Dark Soul to keep the Age of the Gods going.
So you're a pawn in a game played by decrepit gods desperately clinging to power. Well, that's a huge bummer.
They might look like a depressed California raisin, but in order to link the flame, their soul needs to be strong enough to maintain the whole universe and the flow of time for another 1,000 years.
Other similarly powerful undead across time are swift enough to dodge lightning and even light itself. Based on their dodge compared to this...
Linked the first flame or became the Dark Lord, rang the bells of awakening, ascended Sen's fortress, captured the 4 Lord souls, survived the Aenor Londo Archer defeated Ornstein and Smog. I don't know how to pronounce that. Four Kings Pinwheel win.
Beam and the time it took to reach them, they'd be reacting and moving at over 20% the speed of light.
At the end of their quest, they faced down and defeated Gwyn, the Lord of Sin.
I'm gonna lie to you, why is there no Souls anime?
Flame 1,000 years
I feel like Souls would have a
So,
nice
which
anime.
will you
Like
choose?
a Souls, like
Flame
also
the
like a
fire
Souls
and
game.
prolong the current age, or let it
They would snap on the
fade
Souls
until
anime, I ain't gonna lie.
remains.
This is the biggest.
You know, I feel like it'd be on some like
It
fate
never
shit.
mattered. The
Low-key.
cycle just continues age after age with new heroes replacing the old ones until the chosen undead was
They're one of the best grindy
forgotten.
games, really.
Until the infinite march of time ground the world to ash. It was never about the happy ending. It didn't exist. It was about the struggle to get there. That's ultimately what gives us meaning.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon.
That's right.
Oh my god, a sponsor!
Apollo Dream for this.
By some
Amazing.
electronic.
Definitely gonna buy this in my free time.
Hey, you're finally awake. Welcome to the frosty Viking paradise of Skyrim. Visit the quaint Nordic villages. Hike up to the throne of the world. Marvel at the beauty
That'd be a great
of
live action
Blackcrosses.
show. The
Hey,
CGI is
what's
great.
that in the sky? Wait,
That too.
Macho Man Randy Savage. No, it's
That's
Thomas the
Loki.
Tank Engine.
No, that is a dragon. But not just any mere drake. This is Alduin, the World Eater. And he's come to burn everything to a cinder.
But fortunately for you, his path of destruction happened to interrupt your impending execution at the hands of those uppity Imperial pigs. That'll be the worst mistake this scaly monster would ever make.
It wouldn't be long before you escaped the destruction of Helgen and defeated a dragon yourself.
Then absorbed its freaking soul.
That could only mean one thing. You are a being born with the blood and soul of a dragon in the body of a Nord, or elf, or Khajiit, or lizard dude destined to battle Alduin and save the world.
In their tongue, you are the Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
In their quest to rid Tamriel of Alduin's dragon,
The Dovahkiin, 6 feet high. Male Nord and promo material, blood and soul of a dragon, incarnation of the prisoner, blessed by Akatosh, how do you pronounce that? Also blessed by Todd Howard.
army, the Dragonborn became a jack of all trades, master of all.
They learned to be a master assassin with the Dark Brotherhood, a master sorcerer with the College of Winterhold, a master thief with the Nightingales, a master dragon hunter with the Blades, and a master good boy. Who's a good boy? That's a good boy.
They even fought in the Skyrim
the
Civil
fuck?
War on the side of the
Dragon soul absorption, immortality, weapon mastery, shouts, spellcasting, stealth, smithing, and alchemy. So both the Dragonborn and the Chosen Undead are both immortal.
Imperial Legion, champions of order.
You mean the
I feel like Chosen Undead might win this,
Dependent
but
on the side
let me
of the
see
Stormcloak.
more of what's going on
Those
here, though.
elf-funded Nord supremacists?
Better than those
see more what's
jackbooted
going on.
Cyrodiil fascists? But what else could I expect from a monster who steals from innocent villagers by sticking buckets over their heads?
They can put their skills to good use with an absolute glut of weaponry. Not just the usuals like daggers, swords, hammers, and axes, but also special weapons given to them by the Daedric princes.
They're basically crazy powerful gods from the plane of existence called Oblivion. From that wascally wabbit Sheogorath, the
Let's see, Daedric artifacts, amulets, scrolls, light heavy armor, arrows and bolts, potions, poisons, and food.
Dragonborn received the Wabbajack, a staff that casts a completely random spell on its target, from disintegrating them to healing them to turning them into a chicken.
From Meridia, they received the Dawnbreaker, a holy sword made for burning the undead to ash. That's similar to Oriel's bow, which can shoot fiery arrows that can blot out the sun. To cover the distance between the Earth and the Sun in about 2 seconds, the arrow would have to be moving at over 250 times the speed of light.
Except this
Holy.
isn't Earth and the Sun. This is the planet Nirn, and that's Magnus. According to the Elder Scrolls lore master Michael Kirkbride and his in-universe text cosmology, when you look up at the Sun, you're actually looking into a dimension of...
The arrows are described by working by traveling to the sun, madness and temporarily altering the magical connection between Nirn and the gods responsible for the sunlight. Stars are the bridges that through. I don't know what the fuck this all
Pure
talking about, but
magic.
you know, I'm gonna just go with it, I guess.
I am.
Exact
Not
measurements
much
here
go
are
with it, I
difficult
guess.
to make, but if anything, the distance should be much greater.
Speaking of magic bullshit, the Dragonborn can heal themselves, cast wards and destructive elemental spells, control minds, conjure weapons, and summon lesser Daedra to help them out in a scrap.
They're an especially powerful mage because their mana recovers itself automatically over time. They'll never truly run out of firepower. But as a Dovahkiin, the ability they're most famous for is the Thum, or shout. By speaking the words of the dragon language, they can manifest their will into reality.
Like with the classic Fus Roda, an unrelenting force which can knock your neighbors into next week, or Soul Tear, which removes the soul from your enemy's body and stores it in a cute gem, like so. Soul! Wait, why didn't anything? Oh.
Student loans, man. Something had to cover the down payment. With these shouts, the Dragonborn can summon country-spanning storms.
Shouts. Aura Whisper, become ethereal. Bend will, dragon aspect, dragon rain, dragon drain vitality. Marked for death, whirlwind sprint.
Slow down time, and even call upon a dragon for help. Odahviing.
Oh.
Dragons may look like scaly reptiles, but in reality, they're immortal demigods older than time itself. They're the children of the chief god of Tamriel's pantheon.
The Dragonborn is an unstoppable.
Basically, this guy's OP as shit.
If they happen to take any damage, they can just drink a potion or nosh on a cheese wheel and be good as new. And they can carry up to 150 cheeses at once. My dream.
Assuming these abnormally large cheese wheels have an average weight of 70 pounds, we can determine that the Dragonborn can carry up to 10,500 pounds of cheese.
And that makes sense, considering they can match muscles with giants, who are so strong they can shatter the game's spaghetti code to pieces.
The last Dragonborn has battled the vampire Lord Harkon, and
Read one of the Elder Scrolls, aid or executed Ulfric Stormcloak. Caught the serial killer Calixto, escaped Mine, cured Palladius from the Mad, united Rookie and Fenrig, pranked people with Sanguine, defeated Alduin, Ebony Warrior, Proton Mirak.
did Skyrim Civil War and defeated the first Dragonborn.
Like I said, they wanking this nigga.
According to the book, the Guardian and the Traitor, Mirak was powerful enough to tear apart the island of Solstheim from
Zeno, you think
By comparing
you think Dragonborn's gonna win this?
On Tamriel's map, we can determine that Solstheim is a landmass nearly 1,500 miles in diameter. In order to move that much land over the course of their fight, Mirak's magical prowess
Easily.
must have output an energy over 300 teratons
I think so,
of
too.
TNT.
That's 3 times the impact of the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Not too crazy when shouts can get strong enough to shake the world itself.
It wasn't long before the Dragonborn confronted Alduin in Nord Heaven and put an end to the World Eater once and for all.
The epithet is literal. By absorbing the souls in Skyrim's afterlife, Alduin was powerful enough to devour everything. Not just the planet of Nirn, but the Kalpa, the entire timeline past, present, and future.
Dark
That's
Souls.
the level of unimaginable
Bro, they should've picked the
power
fucking
the
Tarnished.
Dragonborn is dealing with here.
Tamriel is no stranger to great heroes across
They should pick the
vast
Tarnished.
sprawling history. The Nerevarine.
I better get a better matchup.
All magnificent in their own right.
Or at least nigga from
You
Dark Souls
heard that
3.
shout echoed through the mountains,
You know, I ain't played Dark
and the
Souls 3,
death
but,
throes of a dragon defeated.
I was assuming you
You
did the
knew
strongest
it
one
could
out of
only
the 3.
be the Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin.
Actually, went stronger.
Hey, Wiz, did you know that I can blow up a galaxy?
What? How?
I signed up for a Death Battle YouTube membership by clicking the join button full of X Battle
Death Battle, I
Discord
thought y'all
members.
niggas,
But it all possibilities.
Alright.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's
We ain't
time
hungry.
for a Death Battle!
Alright, eat something after this.
Go and
Oh,
stop
shit.
this fool who would let the flame burn the age of humans to ashes. The Ancients of Dark will do anything to snuff out the light. Save us, chosen undead. Usbruda!
Dodge roll. Dodge roll. Better dodge roll. Damn! You see, I was waiting for him to make the. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it to for the arrow to the knee bullshit. I was waiting for the joke. I knew they were going to do it. I knew they were going to fucking do it. It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time. Yeah. Okay. All right. And if they didn't make it to the in the character bio, they're going to make it in the fight. I knew it. I knew it. That's cute. Jesus Christ, nigga. They get another try. Nigga, some of this shit. Oh shit! Boss weapon. Boss weapon. Oh, he broke down his stance! GG! Use your healing potions!
Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Okay, before they explain it though. So, did he like what? Did he like just suck up his soul or some shit? Is that what just happened?
Pause.
Cause like, I mean, I'm thinking because like, couldn't he just revive? I guess like, no, couldn't he just keep reviving? No. Okay. I mean, okay, whatever. I'll let this play.
Oh, you die! Oh my God, this boss is bullshit!
This debate is fascinating. The Dragonborn had a wider variety of training, better access to summons, and magic that passively regenerated, as opposed to the Chosen Undead's limited pool of magic.
Vow of Silence was a slick counter to the Dragonborn's magic and shouts, but it wouldn't last forever.
The Dragonborn was significantly faster, too. The Chosen Undead could dodge beams of light, sure, but Oriel's bow could fire arrows that move at least 250 times that.
But none of that mattered if the Chosen Undead couldn't stay dead.
You'd think the Dragonborn's anti-undead weaponry like Dawnbreaker would be an easy solution, but the undead of Dark Souls aren't really the same as Draugr from Skyrim.
Skyrim undead are more like those classic reanimated skeletons. But remember the conspiracy. Humans in Dark Souls are naturally immortal. They're not actually undead.
Soul Tear wouldn't have been much use either, considering humans in Dark Souls can have their souls removed without dying.
So why didn't the Chosen Undead just keep coming back until they eventually won?
Yeah.
Like with any Dark Souls boss.
One word, power. The Dragonborn had way more and greater feats of raw power than the Chosen Undead.
Oh yeah, like summoning country-spanning storms with a single shout, or defeating Mirak, who split a continent.
There's also the lore. Both characters are essentially mythological demigods in the same kind of vein as Hercules or Sun Wukong. Gameplay alone won't give you the best idea of their full power as characters.
So, let's get an idea of their max potential from the lore.
The chosen undead sustaining the first flame with their soul was insanely impressive. Considering the first flame is responsible for the core concepts of the universe, like energy and time, it's not a stretch to say it affects not just the planet they live on, but the whole universe.
But that's nothing compared to the power levels in the Elder Scrolls.
Let's compare the first flame to Alduin. Both literally run on the power of souls, and both can be directly scaled to our combatants.
Alduin had strength to consume the universe, not just Nirn, but the Kalpa as well.
You know those planets you see in the sky? According to cosmology, those are actually separate, infinitely big planes of reality. Alduin was going to eat
Alduin claims to have waxed in power since ancient times, and to be full of souls during his final battle with the Dragonborn. And Mirok claims to be capable of casually defeating Alduin.
infinity. Multiple infinities.
In comparison, the first flame is powerful.
Alright, this is what I was looking for. Chosen Undead. Greater survivability. Resurrects upon death. But eventually go hollow. Too slow and weak to win. More limited arsenal. Less Dragonborn. Far more powerful. Much faster. Regenerating mana. Greater variety. Can only die once.
Enough to sustain a universe and the flow of time.
Kinda had a feeling that he was gonna win that battle.
Otherwise, it never would have faded to begin with.
Kinda had a feeling.
Chosen Undead just wasn't powerful enough no matter how many times they revived. With that much of a difference in power, the Chosen Undead would eventually lose their will to fight and go hollow. It's not traditional, but it is a form of death in Dark Souls. The Chosen Undead was surely tenacity personified, but still wasn't enough to stand up to the Dragonborn's incredible skill, broken arsenal, and overwhelming power.
The Chosen Undead could only last so long before they flamed out.
The winner is the Dragonborn.
Understandable.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We have a new death battle releasing every 2 weeks this year. And click the join button to get.
Please be a fire death battle, please.
Level members even see death
What
battles
is it gonna
before
be?
anyone else, so don't miss out.
Kilowatt? Wait. Oh shit! Thing is that even fair? Kilowatt versus Misak? Is that even fair? Nigga, Kilowatt is watching that bitch. What the fuck? He's watching that bitch. What the fuck? I mean, I don't know anything about the show she's from, really, but like, I mean, can he not absorb like electricity, or is he not like resistant to electricity and shit? She controls electricity. I mean, yeah, but is she not like is he not resistant to electricity and shit? On top of that, Nick, bro, I think Kill was a fucking assassin. Like that nigga could. There's no way he doesn't win that fight, but. Look, I'll wait until, what, June 19th? Juneteenth? I'll wait to see what they got cooking up for that. Alright, because, I mean, it's clear that he should definitely win that. There's no way he doesn't win that. Like, I don't... Like, there's no way he doesn't win that. He's fought stronger opponents, probably, most likely. Impossible if he doesn't. Like, that's probably not even, like, a fair fight, for real. But who knows? I don't know. What see what we got going on? I don't know.